The political marriage between President William Ruto and Raila Odinga is likely to end in tears as one of ODM members by the name Philip Kisia has decided to come out and expose Raila Odinga's strategy to walk out of Ruto's government before 2027, and that means Raila Odinga could end William Samoei Arap Ruto's dream to retain his presidency in 2027. Let us listen to Philip Kisia's soundbite.
Fred, there are mistakes that our party leader has made. He has had a stellar career in politics. And I can tell you, Fred, that I am still to understand why ODM and my party leader decided to join this government. Because everybody knows, even children who have not been born, they know that this government is headed in the wrong direction, that this government, is the worst government that we've ever had since independence, okay? You can see what happened to Raila. And I've said this before, that I have never understood why my party leader, but again, you must understand that, he's a nationalist. And maybe when the country is at the brink of collapse, he steps in as a statesman to salvage. But if I were the one advising, because unfortunately I'm not, if I was the one advising him, I would have said, allow this thing to collapse. Then we can have a rebirth of a nation. Because even by joining them, now they are being condemned wholesomely. They are being condemned as being part of an incompetent government that cannot deliver to the promise they have made to the Kenyan people. So all the bad things that are happening in this government, we are forced to take blame as ODM. We are, we've been lumped together with this corrupt regime. It is not working well for us because we are on the ground, we are listening to people, we are listening to what people are saying. They are still asking very hard questions. They are asking us, can you explain to us why you had to salvage this man when the Gen Z had brought him to his knees? Can you explain to us? We don't have answers. But I'm just praying, Fred, knowing my party boss, knowing my leader who I admire, knowing him very well, that he has not walked in to dance with these fellows, that very soon we are going to see a Tinga moment, that this thing is going to blow up. If they don't change their ways.
Could this be just the beginning of the...
I can tell you, if they don't change their ways, if they don't stop corruption, if they don't reduce taxes that are affected, Raila is a people's person. And Raila listens to the ground. And the ground is telling him, Baba, we are not supporting this. So he's listening. And I will not be surprised, Fred, when you hear that house crumpling through a Tinga effect.
All right.
Please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We are on a mission to 6,000 subscribers. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting our YouTube channel. Let us come back to the bond of contention. The reality on the ground is that Raila Amolo Odinga has walked out of previous governments. And I'm going to give you an example. The perfect example is Moi's government. Now, after Raila Amolo Odinga merged his NDP with Moi's hated KANU party, they formed a new KANU. And when Raila Odinga realized that Moi was not going to give him an opportunity to be the flag bearer of KANU party, and instead Moi chose young Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to lead KANU party in the 2002 general elections, Raila Amolo Odinga walked out, and many people followed him. He went ahead and formed a coalition with the late President Mwai Kibaki, and they won elections. That means what Philip Kisia is telling us, President William Ruto must be in a position to understand that if he will not perform, or maybe take advices from Raila Amolo Odinga's 5 cabinet secretaries, or the men that those who are in ODM are saying that were donated to William Samoe Arap Ruto. At this particular time that he is vulnerable, remember, he has got a political enemy in Mount Kenya region. That is the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. I'm telling you, Raila Amolo Odinga can walk out of his government with his 5 cabinet secretaries and reignite his energy to fight for the 6th time, or maybe to become even the president, if the Gen Zs will vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. And I'm not certain about that, because those Gen Zs are also mad at Raila Amolo Odinga. But Raila Amolo Odinga is a smart politician and many people love him. He can reorganize himself and make William Ruto a one-term president. Remember, Raila Amolo Odinga, after forming the Grand Coalition government, he had many members of parliament. Even the current president, nobody was and nobody was able to impeach him in 2009 when there was a scandal about his docket, then the agriculture docket. Nobody was able to impeach him because they had numbers together with Raila Amolo Odinga, and therefore they frustrated Mwai Kibaki's time by that time with Raila Amolo Odinga. Right now, as we speak, has got his numbers, William Ruto has got his numbers. But if he pulls out of his government now, William Ruto will have the minority. And therefore, he must be very careful with Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember, this is someone who walked out of Moi's government, formed a coalition with Kibaki, and walked out of Kibaki with ministers 207, 208, from 207 to 2013, they frustrated Mwai Kibaki because they had numbers. What makes you think he can't do the same thing to William Samoei Arap Ruto if he is not satisfied with how he is going to deliver for the people of Kenya? Time will tell. Anyway, that is just my opinion. In case you have any counter opinion, please feel free to leave your comment in the comments section. I promised at the end of my videos to carry out civic education. What you need to do is to register as a voter. Number 2, demonetize politics. Don't allow politicians to give you 500, 200 shillings to sell for them your vote for 5 years, and they will do nothing in your ward, in your constituency, in your county, and the country at large. Lastly, remember to vote for a policy. Don't just vote for a popular candidate with no policy. These people will do nothing. They will deliver nothing. At the end of 5 years, they shall have wasted your vote for those 5 years. Bye for now. I will see you in the next video.